how's it going?
What's up, Tom?
Oh, how's it going? I'm doing well. So there's a line that I think you used, Edwin. It was called blues assimilation,
Oh yeah.
and I feel like both of your works are really like touch on that a lot. The idea of like you're taking something, and not necessarily like appropriation or like assimilation, like you're giving up like your culture to become something else. And I noticed that when you're talking, both of you resisted like race politics in your poetry a lot. So, what do you? Can you talk about like the shift, or like the shift between like? I mean, it was touched on a little bit, but like the race, like when you stopped caring about how you were perceived, and started seeing yourself as maybe how you were actually being perceived, in a way.
Yeah, that's a great question. Let's see. Wow. I think bringing up this idea of assimilation is sort of like unearthing language and presenting it like, look at what we're listening to, look at what we're doing, and sort of like facing this thing that we're given every single day, and how do we work with that? And then as word workers, it's our job to kind of dig underneath there and find out, okay, what is this thing presenting and what is it doing? That particular piece was written, there was a poet, Kathy Park Hong, wrote a piece a few years ago about the white man in the avant-garde. And the piece is so-so, but she left out all Latinos, or like there was a lot of problems in what she wrote, but I also appreciate that she brought it up to the surface. So the idea of white man delusion came to me, and that became it became a chant. And along the way, these other things appear that sort of fill it. Sometimes the poetry gods throw something on you and you just catch it, and then that's it. But basically, I think that piece and some other pieces, both of us, I think, work with this idea of what language is doing to our culture. How do we make the culture respond to us? And there's no answer. There's no one answer at all. And I think poets' jobs are to kind of like bring up tons of questions, and to bring up, what is the news? What is this thing that what is the White House doing? All that, which we already know, but like, how do we get past just journalism? How do we get to this place that's kind of more healing in a way, or more fully exploratory? Humans are complex. We don't have specific answers, and so poetry is complex too. So I think I combine I match the complexity of poetry with the complexity of humanity, and just like, we don't have answers, neither does poetry, but we present more questions, and that's our job. So assimilation is a big part of that. There's satire. There's all this stuff it's kind of like, it's a crazy time to live in, because it's just right there. Like, it's really rich, and there's a lot we can kind of comment on. It's a matter of like, how do you do something with that and bring other openings? How do you kind of get beyond the ridiculousness and see where can we go inside ourselves?